I've spent the morning counting cracks in the ceiling, mapping out the miles between fine and feeling. The radiator's humming a funeral march, and the water in the glass is turning to starch. I'm a ghost in a house I still pay for, a revolving door that forgot what it's there for. It's a heavy kind of hollow, a beautiful weight, checking the inventory, everything's late. I've got a catalog of things I should have said, a library of ghosts living under the bed. Ink is dry, but the paper is burning. The world is still moving, the gears are still turning. But I'm a broken clock on a Tuesday afternoon, waiting for a sun that's coming too soon. Is it isolation if you chose the lock? Is it a heartbeat or just a ticking clock? I am digging a hole just to see if I fit. I am staring at the bottom and I'm loving it. Check the inventory, one heart slightly used, 10 fingers mostly bruised, one mind, lost in the vault. I'm checking the locks for the 14th time tonight. There's a hairline fracture in the kitchen light, and I can hear the termites chewing on the beams while you're in the next room stitching up the seams of a sweater you'll never wear in a house we'll never leave. Just a couple of believers with nothing to believe, and the draft under the door is a freezing hand, drawing circles in the dust where we used to stand. It's the panic in the marrow, it's the rattle in the glass, waiting for the shadow of the seasons to pass. We're building a monument out of things we've outgrown, just to prove we're not sitting in the dirt alone. Yeah, it's a beautiful fever, it's a frantic kind of grace, and I'm memorizing every line on your face. I found a dead bird in the chimney flue. It looked a lot like me. It looked a lot like you. Just a heap of gray feathers and a hollow bone, a tragic little thing that died on its own. And I'm wondering if the silence is a gift or a threat, or just the only thing that we haven't broken yet is coming. It's coming. I hear the aches growing. I can feel the foundation moaning. Is it the wind, or is it just us turning into of having a statue for a year and a day, watching the seasons just rotting away. But the joints are screaming and the hinges are tight, and I'm tired of the dark and I'm tired of the light. I'm picking the lock with a piece of my pride, looking for the monster that's living inside. The engine is cold and the fuel is old, but I'm doing exactly what I've been told. I'm scraping the rust off the parts that still move, looking for rhythm, looking for a groove. It's a jagged kind of motion, a painful start, a mechanical failure in a human heart. Yeah, I'm grinding the gears and I'm breaking the skin, just to see where the outside ends and I begin. The static is clear and the picture is sharp. I'm tuning the strings on a broken down harp. I've got grease on my hands and a fire in the throat. I'm burning the anchor to save the boat. You can keep the petty, you can keep the prayer. I'll just take it off rafts of the toxic air. One flooded to see, black on the skin. I'm not faced, I'm not faced, I'm just moving. Scrape it off, start the clock, come finally leaving the dark. got a script for the way that I fail, a well-worn tithe and a rusty nail. I wake up at noon in a house full of dust, polishing hinges that are destined to rust. I'm a master of the exit, a pro at the door. I've seen this movie 1,000 times before. Give me a hoop and I'll show you the jump, a beautiful dive to the bottom of the dump. I'm just a one-trick pony in a zero-sum race, the same tired look on the same tired face. I'm running in circles till the grass turns to brown, the king of a very specific part of town. Yeah, I perfected the fall and I've mastered the fear. I'm the only one left who's still clapping in here. Trophy for the bridges I've burned in a library of lessons I've never quite learned. I'm a broken record with a skip in the groove, waiting for a mountain that's never gonna move. You say I got potential, you say I've got it, but I'm just a shadow where the candle was lit. Just one trick over and over. The pony is tired, the show is. Stop me if you've heard this one before. The sound of a man hitting the floor. I'm a recurring character in a tragedy, and everyone's a critic of my anatomy. You want the truth? I'll give you the bones. I'll build you a house out of throwing stones. Give me a reason to stay in the lines. I'm tired of reading your everything's fine signs. Throw me in the Thresher, see what's left. The heart in the red and a soul in dead. I'm the static in the sermon, the glitch in the grace. I'm the fist that's looking for a landing place. Yes, the righteous guy to ruin a holy mess, and I'm wearing the failure like a Sunday dress. I've got a mouth full of gravel and a mind like a cage. I'm rewriting the ending on every page. You're looking for a hero, we'll look somewhere else. I'm busy making peace with my lower self. Is it loud enough yet? Is it loud enough yet? I'm not asking for permission. Watch it spin. Let the anger, just let it stay in. been holding my breath for a week or two, watching the sky turn a different shade of blue. The phone is a brick on the nightstand ledge, and I'm balancing right on the blunt force edge of a sleeve that doesn't end with the sun. Counting the things that I haven't quite done. The mail is a mountain behind the front door. I don't really live in this house anymore. I'm a tenant of shadows, a ghost in the hall, tracing the cracks in the bathroom wall. And I'd reach for a hand if I thought it was there, but I'm mostly just grasping at cold, heavy air. Tell the world I'm not coming outside. The tide is too high and the ocean is wide. Luxury I can't afford, just a passenger board on a sinking board. I'm drifting away from the noise and the light into a permanent, comfortable night. Yeah, it's a quiet surrender, a beautiful loss, and I'm not even worried about counting the cost. Leave the lights off, leave the door shut. I'm finally finding the edge of the cut. I'm sinking, I'm sinking. Let it go. I've been studying the layout of the yard, learning how to keep a steady guard against the shadows that I used to invite to sit and tell me stories in the middle of the night. The architecture here's getting old, though I'm tired of the way the stories are told. The map is a liar, the compass is wrong, but I've been humming the melody all along. I've got the blueprints for a beautiful burn, watching the tables as they finally turn. It's not a rescue, it's a tactical retreat, walking away on my own 2 feet. Yeah, it's a quiet fire, a steady hand. center of the sand. I found a reason to move the heavy weight before the sirens decides to settle the fate. The ink is fading on the documents I signed, leaving the wreckage and the worry behind. I'm a pilot without a destination in sight, just looking for a different kind of life. Let it go, let it go. I'm the only one left who needs to know. Watch the smoke, watch the smoke, watch the smoke. I'm finally learning how to I'm picking through the glass and the bent up steel, trying to remember how the floor used to feel before the weight of the winter settled in deep, and I traded the vision for a long dark sleep. The walls are still standing but the ceiling is gone, and I'm finally seeing the color of the dawn. The shadow is long and the shadow is wide, but I'm finding the path that which hid it inside. It's the architecture of a slow motion exit, a pattern of light, and the way that I fix it. I'm leaving the debris and I'm leaving the name. I'm a different kind of monster but the heart is the same. Yeah, I'm dropping the weight and I'm clearing the shelf, making some room for a different kind of self. I found a box of letters that I'll never read, a collection of everything I no longer need. The ink is a blur and the paper is thin, a perfect map of the places I've been. I'm drawing the lines for a new kind of space where the ghosts aren't allowed to show their face. One piece at a time, one foot in the line. Exit, the end of the book, the start of the story. to take. The blueprints are scattered across the lawn. I'm dismantling the temple before the dawn. It's not an act of anger, it's a matter of fact. There's no use in trying to keep the ruins intact. The structural integrity is starting to fail. I'm pulling out every rusted out nail. It's demolition logic, it's a clean cut start. They're taking the engine, the frame apart. I'm not looking for a rescue, I'm looking for the floor. I don't wanna live in this shape anymore. Yeah, I'm clearing the view and I'm leveling the ground. The quietest noise is the only sound. I found the wires that were crossed in the dark, leading the current to a missing spark. The insulation is gone and the copper is bare. I'm just an electrician in a state of repair. I'm cutting the lines that tied me to the sea, finding out what's left of the you and the me. Break by break, stone by stone, building a garden out of what I've known. Take it down, take it all Demolition Logic. One more war. Watch it I have been counting the steps from the top, waiting for the momentum to finally stop. The view from the ledge is a beautiful blur of every version of me that I ever were. The wind is a whisper, the ground is a goal. I am finally taking control of the whole. The gravity is pulling, the center is tight. I am moving away from the safety of light. It is the long way down to the solid ground, the only way out that I've ever found. I am breaking the fall with the steady hand, turning the wreckage into the land. It is a heavy descent, a deliberate choice, finding the silence inside of the voice. I found the map that I drew in the dark, leading the way to a missing spark. The ink is a fire, the paper song is called Weight of Water.
I'm sitting on the edge of the bath again, watching the water turn a shade of gray, washing off the places that I've ever been and the things I didn't have the heart to say. The soap is a stone and the towel is a shroud. I'm tired of shouting at the clouds. The surface is steady, the bottom is deep. I've got promises that I don't wanna keep. It is the weight of the water, it is the pull of the tide, finding the wreckage I was trying to hide. I'm not sinking, I'm just learning to float in the hollowed out shell of a broken down boat. Found a photograph under the sink, a version of us that didn't have to think before the oxygen started to cost a prize, and the truth was buried in the back of my eyes. I'm drying my skin and I'm clearing my head, leaving the ghosts in the unmade bed. Let it drain, let it go. To know the water is cold, the water is the weight